Well, hey y'all, today we're going to make a really simple chicken recipe, and if you don't count the oil and the spices, it's a 4-ingredient recipe. You can do it all on the stovetop, or you can tuck it in the oven also. But what I have is my little my 10-inch iron skillet over here, and it's getting hot, and I've got one chicken breast. Now see, it's bigger on one side than it is the other. If I tried to use it like this, it'll take 14 years for this part to cook, and the skinny part will be all dried out. So what you do is you just take a really sharp knife, and of course I've got my glove on, so I don't have to run off and wash my hand when I'm done. And you just hold your hand on here flat, and you take your knife, and you slice right through the middle of it. And this is trying to get away from me, isn't it? There, we're just going to get her cut in half. And there we go. 2 thin pieces. Now to this, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper and garlic. Now I keep salt, pepper, garlic mixed up in an old spice container. And I don't use it like this if I'm using it in stews or anything else, because I keep rice grains in it, so it keeps everything from kind of getting stuck together. And so basically what I do is I'll just put it on my stuff, and if any rice comes out, I just pick it off. So we're just going to do this side. Let's see, there's a little bit of rice right there. Get that out of there. And that is a great trick, y'all. It works great in your salt, especially down here in the South where it's so hot and so humid. It's not the heat, y'all, it's the humidity. That's true. Okay, so we're going to season one side, and we're going to turn it over, and we're going to season the next side. It looks like I need to mix up some more of this, don't I? Now, if you like other spices on your chicken, or yard bird as we like to call it down here sometimes, you can add those. And I'm going to add just a little bit of thyme to mine. This is ground. You could use leaves, you could use rosemary, you could use just whatever. And I'm just going to put just a little on each, on just one side. You could do both sides, and I'm just going to pat it around to distribute it. Okay, let's see, are we through with this hand with the chicken? I believe we are. Okay, there we go. Now let's check on our skillet over here. Let's see if we think it's hot enough. I've got it turned up on about a medium. Now you don't want to cook it so high that your the skin texture is going to get tough and hard to bite into. And you can use whatever kind of oil you like to use. I like avocado oil. If you like coconut oil, if you like butter, if you like chef weight, whatever, you just want to add just a little bit of oil to your skillet. There we go. Looks aplenty to me. And very important, y'all, you have to check and make sure your tongs work in perfect working order. All right, so we're just going to take one of these and lay it in our skillet like that. Ooh, like a Free Willy, didn't it? And the other one right here. I'm going to let these cook about 5 minutes on each side, and I'm going to turn them, and then we'll get back together when I get ready to flip these, and I'm going to set my timer. Well, my timer went off, and I'm going to flip these over. Now, if you think you need more oil in your skillet, it's not going to hurt a thing to go ahead and add some more oil or butter or whatever you were using. You can absolutely do that. I'm going to turn this heat down just a little bit. I'm still trying to get used to cooking proteins on this one. But did I feel what we're making? We're making a smoky hollow chicken. And I'm going to use a smoky barbecue sauce. And that makes it the best. And just use your favorite. I'm going to put just a little bit on top. And I'm going to brush it around. Okay, now I'm going to let this cook about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to get together with y'all, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to turn the fire down, and we're going to let it get well acquainted with some provolone cheese and some smoked honey ham. So I'll see y'all back here in just a minute. Okay, my timer went off. So we've cooked it all together 10 minutes. And if you don't have a meat thermometer in your kitchen, y'all, you should stop what you're doing right, I mean, not right now, I mean, you watch the rest of this video, but get a meat thermometer. This pays for itself in no time flat. Now, chicken is safe at 165, and so we're just gonna take its temperature in the largest part so we'll kind of know how long we need to cook it more. And it's 160 on that one, and this one is 162, so not much more. Okay, so now to this, we're going to take some of our smoked ham. Now, if you're alpha gal, you can use smoked turkey or chicken. You don't have to use ham. And so that's one way you can make this safe for some of y'all that have the alpha gal, which is a terrible thing to do. And my friend Deb from Home Cooking is for the Birds, she has alpha gal, and all of her recipes are alpha gal safe. And so if you have that need, or someone you love has that need, go check her out because her stuff looks wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to put this provolone on top of that ham. Now, you can, this varies now, you can put this in the oven. I'm going to turn this down a little bit lower. I don't want that bottom to scorch. I'm going to let this sit here and let the cheese melt and let the ham get warm, and then we'll take its temperature and see if it's ready to go yet. You can pop it in a 350-degree oven if you're doing a whole bunch of them, or if you just want to, but I don't really want to turn the oven on today because it takes almost 25 minutes to heat up, and I don't want to even wait on that. So while this is doing, I'll tell you that I bought a package of boneless chicken breasts. There were 3 in the package, and it was the whole thing was $9.24. And all of a sudden, it's rolled your britches legs up, and you think, oh my, that's so expensive. But I did the math, and according to my gazindas, as Jethro Bodine would say, this is about $1.55 per serving if you cut them in half like I did. So you'll have 3 chicken breasts that you can get 6 individual pieces out of, and if you're making burgers with those, you can slice that in half long ways, and you can do some burgers on some bread and everything. So I'm gonna let these sit here until my cheese melts, and then we'll get back together and we're gonna get a taste of these, see what we think. Okay, this smoky holler chicken is done, and I took its temperature, and it's 165. So we're just going to take it up, and I'll show you how we're going to finish this off. Yum, yum. Now this would be a great thing to do. You can do the chicken up before you go to church, and then whenever you get home, you can put the other stuff on it, and then you got half of your meal ready for you. Just put the ham and the cheese, and then the barbecue sauce. This is a smoky flavored barbecue sauce, so use your favorite that has a smoky flavor. And a thick barbecue sauce is really good with this. I've had this setting out a little bit so it could not be so cold. But there we go. What did I say this is called? Smoky holler chicken. Yum. Oh my goodness, I've been smelling this too long. I am starving. Let's get us a little bite of this. Oh my goodness. Get a little bite of that ham and that cheese. Get on there now. Y'all, that is delicious. I think you're really gonna like this. Easy to put together meal. You do it on top of the stove. You could put your chicken in on a baking tray and cook it in the oven and then top it with all the stuff. It's just whatever makes your life easier, y'all. And this is not in my cookbook currently, but it'll be in the next cookbook that I'm writing that I don't have a date for it yet. So, but it's a lot of fun putting it together, and I'm enjoying that. So anyway, I hope if you get a chance to make this, you will like it, and y'all go home, do something fun. See you next time.